The early stages of battery energy storage projects take far too long because they rely on a lot of manual work like drafting, financial modelling and technical analysis. The work is often slow and repetitive and can be exhausting for teams trying to keep pace with an evolving energy sector. You can sidestep these delays by using BESS Auto to automate the early project work. BESS Auto is a rapid optimization software tool purpose-built by Arche Energy for concept design and equipment selection for BESS projects. BESS Auto is used by project developers, consultants, designers and EPCs to assess feasibility, optimize layouts and select equipment. It brings together foundational project information like site overview, map layers, constraints and electrical inputs to give you an early view of your project. It's not a final engineering design tool, but it does help you to screen projects faster and make better early decisions. Here's how it works. BESS Auto requires 6 data input tasks from its users. At the top left of the BESS Auto window, click on Guide for a pop-up overview of these tasks. The Guide pop-up also gives you some tips to help you navigate BESS Auto's features. Once you close the pop-up, all the steps show on the left sidebar. The first data input task is your site boundary and point of connection. There are 2 ways to define the site boundary. You can either upload a previously prepared KML file, for example from Google Earth, or you can define it from within the BESS Auto app. Once BESS Auto has your site boundary, click the button Find Nearby Substations, High Voltage, Single Wire Earth Return Lines. The app will find the nearest transmission lines and substations from its database. If connection points don't show up in the search, you can set up a custom point of connection. Task 2 is a constraints review to refine your site map so you're left with the usable area of your site where BESS blocks can be placed. 1. You can compare the project site against all the layers available in BESS Auto's databases. 2. You can compare against only the red flag constraints, which are those that might affect the construction of your BESS project, like environmental or physical constraints. Or 3. You can create your own constraint data layers and upload them to BESS Auto. You can also choose to skip this step completely. You can then toggle the data layers of site constraints on and off that you want to see. Next, it's time to trim away the less useful parts of the site, such as portions that are too small to host battery boxes. You simply click to select or deselect site pieces, then click Confirm Usable Boundary. The final step in your constraints analysis is to input ring road parameters and save your final usable boundary. In the third step, you set the main plant assumptions that BESS Auto will use to size the project. First, set the transformer data. This enables BESS Auto to estimate the required switchyard area. You can either set a maximum output limit or leave it up to the app. Then you input the main electrical and operating assumptions, including the power factor at the grid, the expected charging cycles per day, and your project's life. Next, you select which battery and inverter you want BESS Auto to use in the model. BESS Auto will only allow you to use battery and inverter options that can work together. Step 4 is to select which edge of the usable area of the site you want your switchyard to be built on, the size of the buffer around it, and other variables. BESS Auto will adjust the usable area boundary around the switchyard according to your inputs. This is the final usable area that BESS Auto will use to place your battery inverter blocks on your site. Now that you've input all the information that you want BESS Auto to base the site layout on, it's time to click Run BESS Placement. In a couple of seconds, your battery inverter combination will appear. You can zoom in and out and check how the app has placed the plant. You can also look at it in the 3D view from all sides. You can see batteries, inverters, switch room and control room. The sidebar shows you a preview of the numbers, output, capacity, number of BESS blocks, and other site metrics. Once you're happy with the app's layout, click Run the Power Flow, and then open the dashboard. Your project dashboard displays data about your site, plant, and layout. The dashboard data includes nominal values at the point of interconnection on the grid, nameplate values of your selected batteries and inverters, performance analytics, plots that summarise round-trip efficiencies, duration and so on, a 12-month weather forecast, and an initial bill of materials. BESS Auto's concept-level financial model for your project covers the total project capex broken down into categories. You can customise the financial model for currency and escalation, and then generate annual cash flows that give you an idea of the project's potential financial performance. You can export all of the data from all of your model runs in various formats, plus the layout in KML format, both 2D and 3D. You can also export the layout drawing as a DXF with a customized title block, which you can modify outside the app to develop your site layout design. The full project report, including the layout drawing, can be exported as a PDF. You'll complete the entire layout process in minutes rather than weeks, and you can run multiple iterations in a matter of seconds, saving you countless hours and dollars in the early stages of your BESS projects. Go to BESSauto.com to subscribe to BESS Auto and start streamlining your projects today.